Hello everyone, and welcome to the first playthrough or setup for Dice Throne Adventures on my channel for the actual version. If you haven't already, I have played some tabletop versions prior to this coming out and being shipped to all the backers. Very excited to have this game. The only issue that I've had right now with the shipping is I have two Fallen Barbarian boards, and I do not have a Fallen Gunslinger board. So hopefully by the time we get to the Fallen Gunslinger, I'll have received it and we can continue on. Otherwise, we will have to wait until that comes in. Other than that, everything else looks fantastic. The product is more than what I could expect. Fantastic job overall. Very happy, very excited to have this game on the table. So what's going to happen here is this video is going to be a setup video for a how-to. So this campaign that I'm going to do is more of a how-to for those that have questions of maybe how different tiles work, the game system works, and just a good overall understanding of how to play Dice Throne Adventures. If there's anything that I mess up on, please let me know in the comments below so everyone can be cleared up on it as well. So what needs to happen first when you set up for your first Dice Throne Adventures playthrough is you're going to want to get yourself a campaign score sheet. I have printed one out, but they do come with an actual double-sided one. It's really nice. However, I wanted to save that, so I have printed one out. I have my player name right here, that's me, and I have chosen to be the Artificer. And with the Artificer, I will show you the miniature. So this is the pre-painted. I did not get the unpainted miniatures. And you're also going to see the dice tray that I bought with the Kickstarter. So my chosen heroes, or if you have more people, you just put the hero right underneath. I have chosen Veteran difficulty. So with Veteran difficulty, instead of scoring 20 points at the end of this, if you win, I will score 30. However, the starting hero health will be 25. So usually it's going to be, I believe, 35. It's going to be so much less health overall. So it goes from left to right. And when we look at the scenario card, I can kind of tell you more about how that works. And then for a boss battle, we start with 40 health. And then campaign completion, when you defeat the Mad King, open Legacy Pack D. So this is what we're going to be playing with. My first time playing Veteran difficulty, so we'll see how that goes. I wanted to do the Artificer because of his high complexity, and I know there's quite a few questions out there of how his mechanisms work with Dice Throne Adventures, so hopefully that can be settled as well. So we start with scenario 1 for our first session. So we need to grab a scenario card, which I will grab right here. There are going to be 4 of them. So what's going to happen here is we're going to shuffle them up as it says 1 here, and we will go ahead and grab our Portal Crawl. So this is the one that we're going to use. We're going to put the other ones back in the caddy, and I'm going to put it in this one right here. So you see the starting health is 35, and you see hero setup 1, 2, 3, 4 players. So it just coincides with 1 player for solo. Would be 35 on normal. However, on veteran, it's going to be 10 less than that. So we're going to be at 25. We're going to distribute 2 starting salves amongst your team. So we're solo, so it's just 2 to myself. We're going to start with 15 gold, and we'll get to the conclusion and King's Hands tokens later. But this is what's important right now is the setup. So I'm going to leave this right here. And this is how we're going to set up our board. So if you haven't already, go ahead and grab your piles or leave it in the caddy. It's kind of up to you. I usually leave it in the caddy, but for this time I'm going to have them out and have them in different piles. You will always have this tile and this tile. You will also have these level 4s. However, it's going to be different from this one. So make sure you have this one out. You can put the level 4s back in the caddy. So all we're going to do is we're going to follow the path here. So I've already shuffled these tiles a little bit, and so it looks like this starts right up above. This one will be on the right, and we'll start filling this thing out. So I have started to play another solo playthrough, which is the monk. And I've really enjoyed playing the monk. He has been fantastic with his cleansing, the chi, knockdown's been beneficial a little bit as well. Overall, been very happy with how the monk has played for me. And then my wife and I have also started playing one. I am the cursed pirate, and she is the huntress, and I'll get into that later about how that's going. Alrighty, so that is our setup, and I'm going to make this really nice here, but I'm going to put the extra tiles back in the caddy as well, just to save room. And I knocked down my loot table there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and make this nice and neat. That way we have some playing room here. So I did buy the mat as well. I am in love with this mat. It's a fantastic one to put your tiles on. Saves the table, saves your tiles, picking them up, flipping them over, because that's what you do a whole lot. So what we need to do as well is put the salves on, the treasure tokens, and the 3 dice pieces on where it shows as well. So we're going to grab from our token tray here and put those tokens on as well. Okay, and we'll have our 2 salves to start with. And for the token tray, we just went off of the token tray guide from the rule book, made it really nice and simple. There is some empty spots, which would lead people to believe that it's for expansions, for more abilities that are going to be coming out as well. All right, so we have those. And it's always important about triple check, making sure that you have everything on there that you want or that you're supposed to have. And it looks like I do. Alrighty, and so it says here, salves, hero or heal 3 as a base. But you add 1 per portal shard, which are these portal shards right here. There's 3 of them collected. Or revive a down teammate to 1 health. So we're going to be starting, if we use a salve, it's going to be 3 health. So our primary objective is going to be getting those 3 shards. When you pick up a shard, you put it on this tile here. When you have all 3, you have then unlocked the ability to go here and fight the level 4 minion. When we go there, if we defeat it, then that ends the portal crawl. However, if there were 2 or more people, what would happen if one person was fighting a minion here, another person was fighting another minion, and this minion was defeated first, the crawl continues until the last minion engaged is completed. So just so you're aware on that. And we'll put the score sheet away for right now. And if you have a team name that you want to think of for this portal crawl or for this campaign, let me know. I'm kind of up to whatever you can think of. For our gold, it says 15, so we will do 15 right there. For our trackers, I have 1 health counter and 1 combat points counter, just in case combat points come into consideration. And I like to play for the portal crawls the boss that I'm leading up to. So I'm leading up to the Fallen Barbarian first. So that's who I'm going to use first. Alrighty, so we'll put those to the side. We have 5 dice. For the minions, we have our 5 dice. We also have 1 loot die just for us. And I rolled a 3, so hopefully I roll better than that. I have my health at 25. And then we will start with 2 combat points. Alrighty, and then I have shuffled my deck, and we are going to be ready to go. The only thing as well, when you have to keep in mind of the Artificer, on his leaflet it does say begin the game with 3 synth. If you have more than 1 opponent, begin with 4 synth. We don't have more than 1 opponent. That would be more for a PvP type matchups. This is just beginning the game, so we're going to have 3 synth to start the game with. Just like with Cursed Pirate, if you had 3 cursed doubloons to start the game with as well. Alright, so that is the setup and how you get ready for the minions or for the portal crawl. I also have to the side the loot table that you're going to want next to and readily available, as you're going to be rolling it quite a bit. And I will leave that right there for right now. I also have the different minions. Their minion cards, I've left them in the card caddy, but they are ready to go and shuffled as well. So I'm going to move that a little bit over here as well. I have the rule book next to me. I have Dice Throne Adventures rule book as well as the regular rule book to maybe explain why the attack or modifications, how that process works. Other than that, we are ready to go in the Crimson Sands, and it begins. So stay tuned and be ready to go after this first portal crawl, Scenario 1, Session 1.